Okay, this combine's taking a little bit longer than I kind of wanted it to. I took a loss today. It's only 11-point loss on NQ, $200, but we're still one trade away from passing this account. I just feel like I don't know. Today I really felt I really wanted to pass it. I've been on this account for so long, it feels like, because I started off at a really bad spot for this account specifically. That's why it's taking a little bit longer. But I should still, I don't know. Maybe it's social media like again getting to me. I feel like I've seen a lot of videos where they say like eval or not evals, combine should just be passed or failed in a matter of like a couple trades. I don't know. I feel like I've been doing well on my trades. I've been risk managing and sticking to my model and only trading when I see my model happen. And so if I just see it happen one more time this week, I'm gonna size in pretty heavy. And if I take a loss, I'll take a loss. If I pass it, I pass it. But I feel like this is just taking a little bit too long, especially on a combine. And so yeah, but today we weren't able to get that winning trade, and so we took a small loss. But then again, like I said, this wasn't the my usual. This was only 11-point stop loss. My usual stop loss is around 25 to 30 points, but there was no point in risking 25 points here, or really 30, like, and then 50 would have been just too much. 25 would have just gave it us at a random spot. Like there was no point in doing that. So my stops were below this SMT low. We would have gotten stomped out either way if it was 30 points, 50 points, or 100 points. This shit just I caught it at the literal reversal point. But let me take y'all through why I took this trade today. I didn't think it was a terrible trade. However, it was terrible because I did actually break one of my rules. This is probably why I lost the trade. Again, this is just proof. You break your rules, you're gonna lose your trade. The rule I broke was the macro rule. So you guys know I trade between the 9:45 a.m., 10:15, 10:45, 11:15, 11:45, 12:15, and so on, right? So 15 minutes before the new candle opening, 15 minutes after the new 1 hour candle opening. Those between times are my trading hours. And today I went one or what was it? 2 minute or it was 1 minute after macro closed, and I thought it would be okay, and I traded, and it ended up not being okay, right? So if I stuck to my rules, I would have not taken this trade, and I would have saved myself from losing $200. I would have been $200 closer to passing this account, and I would have, only have to make like 1,200 on the next trade, but not have to make like 1,400, which is fine. Like it's just one. I'm only one good trade away. But the good thing is I was able to risk manage really well here. So coming today, it was the first day. Markets were pretty volatile today. This entire day, starting last night, market was pretty volatile. Wicks are kind of crazy. Because of you know what's going on in the world right now. So my bias today, well, my weekly bias is bullish, and so starting out today, I did want to see us push a little bit higher. And for the daily, we made so much movement overnight and last night in Asia session because we're recovering off that huge dump that we had, that massive new week's opening gap, and we're just recovering the entire time, and we were just really just pushing up even higher. And so I had a bullish bias. So I wanted to see the higher draws and liquidity get taken out today, but I didn't really necessarily have any we didn't have structure at all in the higher time frame, and so that's why I really could have taken a day off today. I could have not taken a trade because on the 4 hour we're just pushing up higher. Daily we're in the middle of nowhere, like we're just in the process of heading up higher. And the 1 hour we have some structure. It's bullish structure. That's why, like I said, I was leaning a little bit bullish. And then because of that, we also turtle soup these lows. I didn't catch a move here. Everyone who traded today and took a win most likely took their win off of this leg here. But this is just isn't my model. This I don't find an entry here whatsoever in any world other than maybe if I wanted to, I could have taken this. Well, I don't get a 5 minute retrace into a fair value gap either. So maybe if I was feeling really frisky, as soon as this macro started, maybe I could have entered off of this fair value gap in the 1 minute after seeing this guy high get taken, and then enter off of that. I saw a lot of people take that trade. That could have been on that is a unicorn model as well. I could have taken that, but that's usually just not what I trade when markets are trending. I usually like to catch reversals and that just wasn't the trade I took. But we learned from that. Maybe in the near future when I'm on more evals and I need to take a little bit more risk, I'll take that trade. So yeah, didn't take a trade there. So I was waiting for something else to happen. I was really looking for initially. I was looking for this market maker sell model to happen, like this leg down. And I was gonna wait for that for the lunch macro. And I should have, but I saw a decent setup happen. Because like I said, I was leading bullish, right? And then this macro starts, and then we tap into this 15-minute inbounds. We tap into this 15-minute inbounds, and the 11 a.m. candle ends up respecting it. We're respecting it, and then I'm like, okay, we're respecting the 15-minute gap. We're probably gonna head up a little bit higher to take out some draws, some more buy side liquidity. And so because of that, I'm looking for a bullish setup, and we get our bullish setup, right? We're also tapping this 5 minute gap. We're respecting it. All is good. And so I'm zooming into the 1 minute looking for a setup, and we get one. So we have an SMT. For now, it's in the macro. We have a unicorn model. And then no market maker buy model. But like I said, I've that the SMT and market maker buy models aren't necessities, but it's good to have them. However, I did not. I broke one of the necessities. I don't know why. I thought it would be okay. Like, I thought it was 1 minute after the macro, so I thought it was okay, but no. I've had so many times when I'm back testing as well. I know sometimes like I'd have a setup, it gets out of that macro zone, and then it retraces back into that setup, but I don't take the trade because it's out of macro, and save myself from a loss. I don't know why. I've seen it happen before. I don't know why I decided to enter off of this after the macro happened. I guess again, I just want to take a little bit more of a risk. I wasn't too afraid of losing this trade because it was a small stop loss as well, so I thought it wouldn't really hurt. More, the thing that hurts me more is that I've been doing so good sticking to my rules, and me just breaking this hurts more than me losing this trade, and me losing $200 alongside with it. I think that's what hurts the most is me breaking my rules instead of just like more than me just like losing this trade because I really could have stayed out of this trade and headed like not really. I don't really care that $200 was lost here, but the fact that I could have just taken a no trade day, that would have been more of a win for me. Of just me being able to stay off the charts and not taking a trade. But that's the more disappointing part. And so I entered off the macro after the macro. So we have low high, low high, lower low, higher high. We put an SMT. We displaced on both NQ and ES. We make displacement at 1 minute for value gap here, and that's what I enter off of. And any other case, if this was in a macro, I genuinely think it would have turned out a little bit better for me because I feel like macro the point of macro times and why I trade is because that's when price moves the most and it hunts the most liquidity. So I mean, I feel like I don't know, it just ups my win rate for some. I don't know. And when I turn the macro, trades happen to turn out a lot better for me, and so maybe it would have been a different story, but I decided to trade out of it, and that's why this trade I could have stayed out, but I lost it. Another big reason I guess why my draw on liquidity was just simply wrong. I guess we had enough buy side. I thought we'd at least take these highs. This is my break even point here. But we didn't get that. So we had strong bullish movement early on, and so I thought we'd push up a little bit higher like we're doing now, but we decided to get in a little bit of a retracement, and I caught the start of the bearish leg, which is crazy. I should have just sold here and reversed my position instead of holding that buy. But it's okay. We're one more trade away from passing this count. We're just gonna take the best setup that we can find this week. If we gotta pass it this week. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Uh, I want to pass it. If we don't pass it this week, it's whatever. If we don't find a setup this entire time. Like if we don't find a perfect, I'm not looking for an A+ setup. I'm just looking for a setup where we can enter off of and get in and get out. But if we don't find one at all, I've had that happen before. We don't find it at all, and then I end up trying to force it, and then I blow my accounts. So that's what I don't want to do. I'd rather just wait and for next week if nothing happens here. But ideally we find some sort of a setup and my draw to be correct, and I feel like I'm gonna be able to do that tomorrow or Wednesday or whenever, at least one time this week. But yeah, hopefully you guys understood the recap and as to why I took this trade today. Let me know if you guys think that was a bad trade. I personally didn't think it was terrible. I've taken a lot worse trades than that. I had confluence. I was with the market. I wasn't overly aggressive on trying to catch a reversal, even though it did reverse on me. I was trying to trade with the market, which is something I've gotten stomped out a lot because I'm sometimes really, really aggressive on trying to catch the reversals. And so today I just tried to catch, a continuation basically. But I ended up, getting stomped out on a reversal. So yeah, but it's fine. We're still up on the count. We're doing good, and I'm proud of myself for being able to lock myself out after taking that small loss because that. I mean, I could have just tilted and tried to get back $200, but I didn't end up doing that. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you guys learned something from here and have a safe rest of y'all's day.